And with this video, I shall be all caught up. Welcome back to the LAMDA log. This is week 4, day 2, the 11th of August, 2026, Tuesday. And yes, you guessed it. We had song and dance for our first warm-up. And we figured out our set movement. What does that say, bunch? I don't know what that says. Beach? Bench? I don't know. Our set, like moving in the set. Not like our movement that was set. Figured out moving the bench set. Then we jumped into rehearsal, and we did not have our podcast today because we were in this the Sainsbury, and we really need to work. We needed to work our transitions. So yeah. Also, Sophie was helping with DSM today. She's another one on our team. Yeah. So we have a long rehearsal till 8 p.m. I got about 9 hours of sleep, so I'm ready to go, and I need to keep prioritizing my sleep. At 11, Lawrence has lighting work, which he actually didn't end up doing, so that he ended doing it. He ended up doing that at what? Doing that at lunch, and so it didn't interrupt our schedule. But he did say that we need to look at our physicality. How does our character stand? And don't be like a caricature, but be true and inspired by your character's given circumstances and who they are. And he gave an example. He said David Warner was in a play where he was in tails and like a full tux, and he had a walking cane, and he also had a glass of whiskey, and he had to sit down. So in this moment, he's walking, and while he's still speaking dialogue, he puts the cane, the walking cane, in like his pinky finger. He takes his other hand, pushes aside his tails so that he can sit and not mess up his suit, and then also like lift his pant leg, because in older suits there was no stretch to it, and so you'd wear out the knees if you didn't pull them up. So he moves his tails, one pant leg, second pant leg, sits down, grabs his cane, and is talking the whole time. And it was just a total masterclass of physical understanding, what was needed at the time and what was proper. And then the other two actors then sat without fixing their trousers. And it's Lawrence was so passionate about that. He's like, how could you not like learn from watching him? Were you not in rehearsal? Were you not paying attention? Look at all he did to like ensure that his pants were right and stuff. But every time you sit, you need to pull up your trousers a bit so as not to stretch out the knees. Know the world and the appropriate manners. Then we picked up the scenes that we missed with Beatrice yesterday. And then in rehearsal, you need to do the same thing over and over until someone says they don't like it. Someone like the director. Because if you're changing it every time, then you might miss moments, or lighting or whatever will be wrong. So know and set the geography. Then we finished the show with all the transitions. Oh no, we finished the show and then we went back to the top to work the transitions. Lighting was changed. I wrote lighting was changed. I don't know why. This was yesterday. I don't know why. We need to be off book now. It's time. I will get there. A week from today is tech. Woo! So like it's now. Then we had lunch, and then we continued with transitions. We finished our transitions. So we just like went for a thing, made sure we knew where everything was going. It's like, okay, this bench needs to move here. These cups need to move there. And so we came in, we set our lines, and then we switched. It's mostly understanding that we know how to move the set around, and we know our entrances and our exits. That's the point of transitions. And then it's our job as actors to remember everything so that we can transfer it to the stage. Lawrence sees all during rehearsal, including us being on our phones. He may not say something, but he sees it. He's treating us like professionals, so we shouldn't be on our phones. I asked him for clarification after this because in times when I was not up and going, I had been on my phone. I think also a little bit where I've been less than happy, a little depressed. I'd been on my phone. And so I asked for clarification about that. And he said, no, if you're using your phone for personal things, take it out in the hall. And so I will be off my phone from now until we open. I wrote I should be working harder and being a better person in the room. I need to be 100% off book and 100% off my phone. I need to know my stuff and be up and ready. Don't be distracted. We have started third rehearsal. Phones are being used in the room only, yeah, if it's an 8, I mentioned that. Then we had our dinner break. We didn't get very far in our third rehearsal, but we had our dinner break from 4:30 to 5, and I packed both lunch and dinner because I am saving money. And then we came to the stage to do transitions, and it went well. It was fun to be on stage. We got pretty far, and the crew and tech are great, and it was lovely. And that's it. That's everything. That's all caught up. I will continue doing these videos. I will be better about it. Much love. Yeah, bye.